Good morning. I'm Kyle, the Crystalline Mage. It is Sunday, the 19th of December. It is weekly Oracle cards reading time. It is the full moon in Gemini, peaking today in just a couple of hours. Good morning, everyone. Rolling in. We are working today with the beautiful Earth Magic Oracle cards. One of my favorite decks. Morning, morning, morning. Hello, gorgeous people. Hello, hello, everyone. Good morning. Hello, hello. Oh, look at this. Lots of people rolling in already. How are we? Good morning. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Good evening over in the US. Good morning for those of you in Perth. Good afternoon if you're over east. Happy middle of the night if you happen to be in the UK. I hope you are well. It is birthday weekend. I'm rolling through. I'm going to milk it for all it's worth. And we're working with the Earth Magic Oracle cards today. One of my favorite decks. Hello, beautiful people. Yes, one of my absolute favorites. I've been working with it for a really long time. I just love the energy of this deck. You know, if you've been watching me for months and months, you'll know this deck because you'll see it. You will have seen it before. One of my absolute favorites. Oh, I love the zoo. It's one of my favorites. I actually used to live very close to it and now I've moved away from it. So a bit bummed about that. I am. It's been so good. It's been really relaxing. It's been fun. It's been really enjoyable. Oh, it's been lovely. Yeah, it's been a really enjoyable birthday, and I'm looking forward to culminating with the full moon ceremony tonight at Botanical Boutique down in Mandurah, and then I will officially be ending my birthday festivities on the summer solstice, just in case. That's on Tuesday, the 21st, so I might do a little live on Tuesday for the summer solstice. I don't know if it'll be in the morning, in the afternoon, in the middle of the day, but expect some sort of summer solstice live on Tuesday. Yeah, we love that. We love that. We're going to give these a good old shuffle. So let me know how you are, where you're checking in from, how your week has been. This reading will take us through till Christmas Day on Saturday. So it's going to be a really interesting reading to see what comes through. Very interesting, very exciting that it's falling on a Saturday this week, but we have the solstice on Tuesday and the full moon today. So a huge week of energy, lots of stuff going on. So it'll be very interesting to see what comes in the cards. Good morning, how are you? Well, it peaks at 12:30 today in the middle of the day, so we will be feeling it all through the day today. And depending on what sign you are, you will be feeling it differently. Just remember that. So for those just joining, we're working with the Earth Magic Oracle. One of my favorite decks, as you can see. They're very well worn, very loved, very appreciated. Yeah, it's been really nice, actually. Told you, I worked with these cards a lot, so they're going to have to just be cleansed of all that good stuff and ready for the new good stuff. For those just joining in and for those that have never been a part of this before, this is a reading for the collective. I will be pulling one single card for every day of the week. I will be pairing each of those cards with guidance for each day and crystals that will help you through as well. I will be pulling a final 8th overview card that is, as its name suggests, an overview of the guidance, a theme for the week, and I will of course be pairing that with crystals too. Yeah, exactly. That's it. We all feel it differently. It's all going to be different for everyone. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's both. You know, full moon weeks can bring up the extremes of everything, so it can be actually amazing and hard at the same time. For example, yesterday I had a little get-together for my birthday, mainly family and a couple of friends. And I had a little moment where I needed to escape by myself and have a cry. You know, missing my dad, first birthday without him has been, you know, its own experience. So yeah, having to work through that, but still have a really good time. It's one of those things. Just because you feel good and bad doesn't mean it's all bad. It's just the full moon brings up the extremes. So you're going to feel the full gamut. And now it's the completion phase. So today we are completing the phase. We are hitting that point of totality. And then over the next 2 weeks, as we move through Christmas and to the new year, we can continue to let go, to release, to purge, and to allow that energy to be gone so we can start the new year with the new moon on the 3rd, fresh and ready to get into 2022 for you. Does that sound good, everyone? So this is going to be the last full week of guidance for the week. The next reading will be on Boxing Day, and that will take us through to the 1st of January. So let us see what comes. We're nearly ready, nearly ready. Let's all take a deep breath. As I said, I'll be pulling one card for every day of the week. Guidance for the collective, for everyone out there watching that needs it. Today is Sunday, the 19th of December, and our first card is... Now this is a magnificent card for a full moon. The emergence and the dragonfly. Dragonfly has so many things that it represents for us, but it really, for me, has a big representation of transformation that happens quite quickly and quite rapidly, and shows us how adept and how able and how adaptable we are, and how we are able to move up, down, left, right, backwards, and forwards. The dragonfly is nimble and fast and powerful, and it knows its energy, and it's very in control of itself. Morning, it's one of those things that for a full moon we are seeing, as we're hitting that totality, hitting that completion, we're like, wow, look at how far I've come, look at how much I've achieved, look at how much I've done with my life, look at how much shit I have been dealing with and how well I've been able to deal with it. I am now going to let myself be free of all of that stuff. Let all that stuff go, and I'm going to move forward quicker, more able, more adaptable, more ready to take on all challenges that are in front of me. Dragonfly, if you can see the emergence, it's really coming out of itself and showing how amazing it is. Dragonfly larvae are born in water, so they start off their life in water. So it's starting out that we have to deal with our emotions first, work through those emotions, then we rise up out of the water, work through our emotions today, work through the full moon energy, up and out, and see that we are moving forward more capable, more adaptable, more connected to our will center, more in charge of our own life, and more capable of taking on whatever challenges, whatever difficulties are thrown at us, because the dragonfly is able to go in all ways very quickly. So this is very much connected to will center energy. So I would highly recommend, even though it's the full moon, obviously we want selenite, we want moonstone, we want Herkimer diamond, we want all of that beautiful moon energy. I would pair it with citrine. I would pair it with honey, lemon, or golden calcite. I would pair it with Libyan desert glass. I would pair it with golden Gila quartz. I would pair it with those beautiful will center energies. Heliodor would be wonderful today. Anything that's yellow is very much what I'm vibing with, as well as your moon energies. I would also recommend any form of stone that helps you with release and letting go. So it could be selenite, it could be obsidian, it could be serpentine or atlantisite, it could be hemimorphite. I find is really nice at releasing. There's lots of stones that help us to sort of let go, because it's the full moon. We want to be released of that which is holding us back, so we can move forward, as I said, more adaptable, more able. So whatever you feel like working with that is for release, something that you can work with that is for the moon, and then something that you can work with that's connected to that will center. energy, if that makes sense. The power of three is always nice to work with. So definitely try that. And know that any emotions that do come up today are actually really helpful. They're healing. What we're releasing and letting go of is going to create space for new energy to come in. But if you hold on to those emotions, you're holding on to that energy and you're holding yourself back. So make sure that anything that comes up, you release. Let yourself have a cry, let yourself have a yell, let yourself feel emotional. Let yourself write, burn, purge, and do all of that good stuff so that you can allow yourself that freedom of space to let all the good new in. Very exciting. Good start to the week. All right, so our next card is the 20th, Monday. The Stone People and Vigilance. Now, this is a really interesting one because it kind of represents being stoic, represents that connectedness to being watched over, but also being aware of what's going on around you. This is kind of being immovable and being always there, if that makes sense. It's very much, very much a representation of like, you've got this. You can keep going, even though it's been tough, even though it's been difficult, even though this year has been what it's been. There is still more ahead of you. There is still more to do. There is still more that is to come for you. And it's up to you to kind of stand your ground with what you're doing. It's up to you to kind of stand up for yourself and look out for what you're doing and where you're going. And really being aware of what's happening around you. The Stone People have obviously a really strong connection to the earth, and the earth has been here watching, seeing what's going on, and is aware that cycles carry on and continue, and we go through them, and we're able to go through what's happening and move forward. We're able to evolve and grow. We're able to be a little bit persistent, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Persistence, I think, is a good word. There is, for me, I feel like there is very much a connection to everyone's individual, like personal, this is my challenge. And it's not about what everyone else is dealing with. It's about your own personal challenges that you've been dealing with, that you've been going through. This has very little to do with others. This has very little to do with like bigger things. This is, for me, much more connected to what have you been struggling with? What have you been battling with? What have you been dealing with? And what are you now coming out the other side of? What are you now giving yourself space to let go of and be free from, so that you can evolve and move forward into next year with that freedom that we all so desire? We want to have more stability. We want to have more self-confidence, and it's up to us to be stable within ourselves when the world is unstable. It's up to us to find that stability in our own core. And it takes time. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of being smacked around to be able to find that stability and realize that you have it. And I think this year has tested all of us, myself personally, more than I care to. But it is what it is, and I've dealt with them, and I've learned from them, and I'm trying to take everything on as much as is possible for my own journey, my own life, where I'm going, if that makes sense. Very much get into your red jasper, smoky quartz, picture jasper, morning. I would recommend hematite. Yeah, it is. It is. It really is personal. This is, even though this is for the collective, this is hitting everyone personally. This is all about each person's individual challenges, each person's individual journeys. Today's full moon, we are emerging, we are coming out of the emotion, we are finding ourselves more adaptable, more capable. And then tomorrow, it's about staying with where you're going and allowing yourself to continue to let go, because the waning moon period, that 2 weeks, we're continuing to let go. We're continuing to release and digest all of that energy of the full moon. It doesn't just hit the full moon and then we're done. If you only do a release at the full moon and then you're not processing over the next 2 weeks, you're not using the energy correctly and you're not actually working correctly with it, and stuff will come back. So it's important to use this Christmas and New Year period to start to filter that into your life, if that makes sense. Like, especially over the next week and then through New Year, we're really going to be filtering this New Year, this full moon energy through, and it's going to be a bit weird. I think it's going to be a bit emotional. It's going to be a bit challenging. We also have Venus that has just gone retrograde today, or it's going retrograde today, and it's going retrograde through till the middle of January. And then also at that same time, Uranus finishes its retrograde. So we're going to have a challenge on how we look at the way we make money, how we feel in relationships, how we look at the world in general. Common theme, right? And it's really about loving and living in a way that is going to give back to ourselves, when so much has been taken over the last couple of years, where it's been so hard and so stressful and so anxiety riddled. It's about now trying to create a new way of being and doing and existing, firstly for yourself. Firstly for yourself. Whew. Are we ready for the summer solstice card? Tuesday, the 21st, our summer solstice card is... And for those in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter solstice. So this is actually really beautiful. The eagle and communion. This is so beautiful, being able to be shown that connection to spirit. Oh, we love that. This is really... You are connected, you are being guided, you have your angels, you have your spirit guides around you, you're connected to your higher self. There is so much magical energy around you. So whether it be the winter solstice or the summer solstice, it is a time for connection. Connection to yourself, connection to the universe, connection to what is around you. With the winter solstice, it's the longest night of the year, the shortest day of the year, that period where it's now going to get lighter after the darkness. So it's a really great time to look at your shadow, to really go inwards for your full moon processing. This is incredible for really going in and working on that shit to continue to let it go properly. For us in the Southern Hemisphere with the summer solstice, this is about connecting to abundance and to family and to good and to sharing and to all of the incredible bigness that's out there, to all of the positive masculine energy that exists around us, to positive masculine influences, to the sun itself and the fact that it is life-giving. We give gratitude to that. We share, we give to others, we connect with friends and family. And this is a really beautiful card for the solstice. This is showing us that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, make that connection, connect for yourself, feel that communion with spirit, with your guides, with the universe, with what is around you that is bigger than this, silly tangible body that we live in. There is so much for us to access. Give yourself time to meditate, give yourself time to spend time writing in gratitude. Give yourself time to be with others if you can, and if you are able to, give yourself time to just be with yourself. Find that space, find that time. What am I continuing to let go of? What am I continuing to learn? What am I doing? Where am I going next year? Oh, thank you so much. So I would recommend for communion for this day. So in the summer solstice, for those of us here in the Southern Hemisphere, you want all of your masculine stones and all of your yellow and orange stones. Anything that connects to fire, connects to the sun, you want it out on the summer solstice. You actually want to put it out with the sunrise or the middle of the day or the sunset, any of the three or all of the three if you're capable. Put them out for a cleanse and a recharge. They will love it like you do for the full moon. Also work with them. Sunstone, Libyan desert glass, citrine. Work with malachite, moldavite. Work with all of those bright orange yellows. Imperial topaz is awesome to work with. If it's in here, if it's solar, work with it. It will be very, very happy. And heliodor, pyrite, all of these stones are awesome to work with. As far as the winter solstice is concerned, I would recommend working with black moonstone. I would recommend working with obsidian. I would recommend working with pneumite. I would recommend working with labradorite. All of these stones that sort of tune into the shadow, darkness, rebirth, and all of that sort of good stuff. And then as a general energy, with this card, the communion energy, working with our guides and the universe, I would recommend working with seraphinite or seraphonite. I would recommend working with angelite, celestite, angel aura quartz, yeah, all that good stuff. Whew, I think I need a quick drink before we roll forward. And so the next card will be for the 22nd, which is Wednesday. Okay, so this is officially stepping into Capricorn season. And this is too funny. This is the universe going, check yourself before you wreck a shelf. Because, hot damn, this energy shift is big and we are not allowing ourselves the time to stop and feel it. And people are going to be cranky, people are going to be wound up, people are going to be highly strung, people are going to be searching frantically for presents that they haven't bought yet, and it is going to be stupid. And the official change from Sagittarian energy, that fun-loving Sagittarian energy, into a slightly more serious Capricorn and earthbound energy means it's kind of going to flip on a dime. And because we're in that post-full moon, solstice energy, the energy is big. We're feeling it all in a big way, and everyone is going to be triggered somewhere, somehow, some way. Be ready, be prepared, be organized, and be aware of this volatility. Take care of yourself, protect yourself, do as little as possible, be out and about as little as possible, if you can be. Prepare for others to be volatile. Prepare for others to be explosive. Prepare for others to I want to say have childlike feelings. Like there is a feeling of like kids just, you know how they have explosive emotions because they can't process them and they don't know what they're saying. And a lot of adults end up like that. This is very much like people losing their shit over a car park and like that kind of stuff. I feel this. Yeah, what's happening on Wednesday? Do I have anything booked? Nothing. Doing nothing on Wednesday as well, thank goodness. This is very much protect yourselves, take care of yourself, because where many of us are trying to do the work, trying to heal ourselves and work for ourselves and do better for ourselves and bring that positive shift in, there are generally 10 people out there that are. And it can be challenging. it can be very challenging. So really, this is be aware of not being baited, not being triggered, not being, poked into provocation. Don't let yourself even do that. I'm bothered. I'm relaxed. That'll be an interesting challenge for you. It's very, just be aware. Excuse me. Be aware of your feelings, be aware of your emotions, and be aware of others. But also, if you have a moment where you're crying, where you're yelling, where you're angry and frustrated, why? Let it out, but why? Why is this happening? Why have I been triggered? Unfuck with a ball. Or I'm just staying in because I love chaos, but this is a kind of chaos I don't like. So just be aware, just be careful. I would recommend working with good energy of protection like smoky quartz, obsidian, black tourmaline. You can work with good positive natural citrine energy for protection as well. I would recommend aquamarine, amazonite. I would recommend turquoise, blue lace agate, blue chalcedony. I would recommend ocean jasper, moss agate, all of those calming, relaxing. I'm fine. That is for my recommendation for the day, kids. Excuse me. All right. So that was, goodness. Wednesday the 23rd. No, Wednesday the 22nd. Thursday the 23rd. Our card of the day is... Oh, hello, friends. Hello there, very good friends. Crystals, focus. But this is also another really interesting and awesome connection to Capricornian energy. They are so determined and so focused and so driven towards a goal, right? This is why we all set those New Year's resolutions, and we're like, yeah, we're going to do them. And then by the end of the end of January, when we're in Aquarius energy, it's like, I've forgotten it and I've moved on to something else. But generally, when we start the month, when we start in Capricorn, we get very determined and focused and driven. So this is very much using that focus, using that drive, using that determination, using that shift into Capricorn on the 23rd to really start to focus on where you're going, what you're doing, what's happening next year, starting to put that into practice, put that into play, and bring that into your life already. It's not letting yourself be distracted by what's going on. Remember, shit's volatile. Just because the volatility card is only on one day does not mean the rest of the week does not have an energy of volatility to it. So we want to be focused and driven throughout, but moving into Capricorn, we really want to use that drive, that determination, that focus. Also, Sagittarius has an ability to be laser focused, but then be distracted. Like, we can shoot for something, but if it gets too hard on the way, or something more interesting happens, we'll get focused on something else. So now it's about focusing on one thing: yourself, your life, what you're doing, where you're going, how you're living it, and how you're going to have more stability next year, how you're going to have more groundedness, have more connectedness to yourself, have more ability to be in control as much as is possible. This is very interesting, really, really interesting. I love that the crystals form a portal. It's like they are making it so you're being drawn through, being focused through. The crystals are here not to fix everything in our lives. As much as I love them and am surrounded by them, I am fully aware that they can't do everything for us and fix everything for us. It's not possible. That's putting way too much pressure on the poor things. But we are able to utilize their energy and work with their energy and have them help and aid us to focus on ourselves, focus on our goals, focus on where we're going, what we're doing, how we're doing it, and why. Right? So use that ability for the crystals to help you. Don't rely on them to do everything, but use them to aid you and help you. And be more driven and more focused on kind of one thing and yourself, right? You are the one that is in charge of making the decisions for your life, where you're going, what you're doing, how you're going to do it, what is in your control, what is out of your control. So focus your energy correctly, use it correctly, don't waste it. As a Sagittarian, I'm very adept at burning the candle at both ends and wasting too much energy, and I have to focus, use it correctly, be more wise in how I use my energy and how I'm working with it, so I can rest and take care of myself and do all the work that I need to do and not burn myself out. You need to be doing the same. You need to be regulating yourself. Be aware of where you are wasting energy, where you are sending it where it does not need to be sending it to, where you are fighting battles that do not need to be fought. Yeah, exactly. Cards are a tool to help us, but they won't fix everything. We are here, the ones having the human experience. We are the ones that need to be learning and doing the things that we need to be doing. We are co-creating with the universe. We are one of the universe and part of it. But we are the ones that have free will. We are the ones that are making the choices and the decisions that we are making. So it's up to us to focus our energy correctly. As you can see, amethyst, beautiful amethyst energy really gives us the ability to focus our mind better. So I would highly recommend amethyst for Thursday. I would also recommend working with sapphire, lapis lazuli. I would recommend working with iolite. I would recommend working with Brandberg, amethyst, Super 7. I would recommend Herkimer diamond. I would recommend shattuckite, azurite. I would recommend petersite as well. I would also recommend pyrite. Again, because pyrite has an ability to lend structure to manifestation. So pyrite's actually amazing for setting goals. Okay, Friday, which is Christmas Eve, the 24th. This card will be like, stay the fuck indoors. Oh, okay, we love that. I was waiting for another, like, don't go out card. Sorry. This is awesome. Blessings in the rainbow for Christmas Eve. Focus on the good that is around you. Focus on the amazing energy of positivity. Focus on your friends and family. Focus on that which you can see. Focus on all the positive good. See the positive, and there will be more positives. Put your energy into the good, more good will come to you. Feel more blessed, you will be more blessed. All right? I know it's not easy, but try it. It's showing you that there are really amazing things happening for you. You are lucky, you are blessed, there are good. Despite the negative, despite the challenges, despite the frustrations, there are still amazing blessings. Yeah, we need to be focused on the good. I'm not for toxic positivity, and I'm not for like love and light and there's no negative out there. But if you continue to give energy to the negative, you will continue to be rewarded with more of that in your life. So give energy to your blessings. Give energy to the good. Give energy to the positive. Give energy to those that are cheerleading you. Give energy to those that love and support you. Do not give energy to those that are questioning you and judging you and throwing hate your way. Don't think about that and give that more energy, because it just brings more to you. Focus on the love, focus on the good, focus on the positive, and bring more of that towards yourself by putting your energy into it. Does that make sense, everyone? This is a time, I would say, to Hmm. This feels very like selenite. This feels like rainbow moonstone. This feels like angel aura quartz. This feels like um, really uplifting sort of energies. Peacock ore is really uplifting in that sort of way. Chalcopyrite has that sort of really bolstering, uplifting energy. Damburite can be really blessing focused. Um, I feel like there's a return to Celestite and Angelite as well. Really focus on the good. Christmas Eve, spend time, you know, with your loved ones that you can spend time with. Video call who you need to. Spend time with yourself and be grateful for what you've done, what you've dealt with, what you've achieved. And I hope you're buying yourself a nice little present too, at least. All right. Our Christmas card, our final card of the week, our card for Saturday, the 25th. Very interesting. The river and movement. This is great. This is having fluidity and ease. For those of you that have more than one Christmas due to attend and have to deal with that going from one place to another thing, perhaps even with children, and dealing with different families, this is just saying go with it. Go with the ease. Don't push it. Don't try too hard. Don't do more than you have to. Go with the flow. Go down the river. It's all going in one way. Like there is no um, this isn't a two-way street. This is going from one place to the next to the next. Plan your trip so you don't have to go backwards at all. Know that once you've gone somewhere, you're not going back to the next place, and give yourself that space to just don't make like solid plans. Let the plans be loose. Let yourself be, you know, cool, I'm finished here. I'm going to go to the next place. Oh, I was going to leave early, but I'm going to stay a bit longer. There was that other thing I was going to do. Sorry, can I see you tomorrow? Like, let it be really easy. In my head, I can actually hear Easy Like Sunday Morning playing in my head, the Faith No More version. Um, this is something that I've learned, and it's a blessing because I don't have children of my own. And my family, my parents never divorced. They were together until my father passed. I've never really had to been, torn between families, you know, been quite lucky in that way, but I know a lot of other people have to kind of go from one to another to another. So I want you to try as much as is possible to sort of take the day out of it. Like, okay, it's Christmas Day. Take that out of it. This is a day where I get to be with all sorts of different family members, all sorts of different energies. There are children that are going to be so happy because they get to have gifts. I get to catch up with people that I haven't seen in a long time. Whatever it is, like, just go with that. Be with that part of it as opposed to all of the extraneous shit that's attached to it. I tried to let go of that a long time ago. And I find it makes it a much better experience. It's just, it was taken from the summer solstice or the winter solstice. It was taken off that time of Yule, off that time of festiveness, of sharing, of connectedness, of all of that good stuff. And here in the Southern Hemisphere, the summer solstice. So its origins are, just based in a peak of energy and celebration. Go with that. Be with that part of it. And try and let go of the material side that can be a bit heavy. Be fluid. Go with it. Enjoy the day as much as possible. Aquamarine, hemimorphite, ocean jasper, Amazonite, charoite, andalusite. But yeah, it feels like calm, cool blue lace agate, cool, watery, relaxing, go with the flow kind of energies. All right. Oh, our overview card, our final card. This is the theme of the week. This is going to give us a bit of a bigger understanding of what's happening. Well, for those in the Northern Hemisphere, bam! The Winter Solstice card. It's pretty cool. The reflection, I love it. It really is, even though for us in the Southern Hemisphere, it's not the winter solstice, it's the summer solstice, we should still, because of the full moon and because of this change of where we are, still be reflecting on ourselves, on our journey, on the year, what we've done, what we've achieved, what we've been through, the fucking chaos that has reigned and how up and down it has been and challenging it's been. Like, give yourself a little pat on the back for that extra layer of anxiety that we've all been dealing with because of the world. Let yourself feel what you need to feel. Let yourself release. Let yourself just process the year that has been. Whatever comes up, whatever happens through the week, just reflect on it. Give yourself time to reflect, to think, to be in the moment and not caught up. Take time out every morning and every evening for yourself this week. Every morning and every evening. Before everyone gets up, get up a little bit earlier. Go to bed a little bit later. Give yourself that time and that space to just have a moment and to reflect on each day and how this is encompassing the whole year and probably the last couple for a lot of us. You know what? I probably did. I might have to go back and watch the video for that one. So think about reflecting on your own journey, reflecting on yourself, reflecting on the year that's been. Think about black moonstone, think about obsidian, think about all those stones that I mentioned for the winter solstice before. Bring them all out. Lavakite is good as well. And even I feel like there's a connection to sapphire. Blue sapphire feels really important. Blue sapphire, iolite, lapis, azurite, shattuckite. These rich, deep blue stones help us to understand and help us with learning. Tanzanite. So I would recommend these sorts of learning-based rainbow fluorite crystals that give us the ability to see what we've learned, if that makes sense, this week. Big week ahead, not small at all. But I'm excited. We've got the full moon today. We've got the solstice, summer or winter on Tuesday. We've got Christmas on Saturday. So much energy, so much happening. Give time and space to yourself this week. This is very much really allow yourself that time and space amongst the chaos, amongst what's happening, amongst what everyone else is doing. Make sure you are returning that to yourself and giving that back to you so that you can find that clarity and stability moving into next year. It feels really important to find time out to be quiet this week. Find time out to be quiet in your backyard, at a park, at the beach. It doesn't matter where, in your car. Just find that time for quiet for yourself. You're going to need it. You're welcome. Always a pleasure and never a chore. Now I'm going to go and get a little bit of rest and do a bit of prep for tonight. I'm very excited for the full moon ceremony. If you want to come along, there are still a couple of tickets left through the Botanical H2O boutique or the Botanical H2O website through their event section. I think there's still a couple left, so if you'd like to come along, please do. I would love to see you. It's going to be amazing. I've got some yummy crystals getting ready. Otherwise, take care of yourself this week. Reflect on your journey and what's happening. Give yourself that time and enjoy today. Enjoy the solstice, enjoy Christmas, and merry festive, all of that goodness. And lots of love to you all. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you all on Boxing Day for the final reading for the year. Very, very exciting. Peace out. Namaste. Lots of love. Stay safe and stay sane, especially this week. Bye, everyone.